Hey everyone, welcome to another initial impressions video for Star Wars X-Wing. Today we're going to be looking at the Protecting the Peace Guardians of the Republic article. I've been trying to get this one done for a couple of days now, but I've actually been playing games of X-Wing, which people have been coming around to a house and playing games. It's been awesome, not having to travel. So yeah, I played 4 games and I'm 4-0, yeah, for casual table X-Wing. So I'm not sorry that this article is late because I've had lots of fun playing X-Wing. I'll go over a video for those lists maybe next week. I'm having a tooth pulled in about 3 hours, so I won't be able to do videos maybe for a couple of days after that, and even then I'll look more grotesque than I do with my uncouth hair and everything. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. That's like a full minute's worth of me jibber jabbering, and we'll get right onto the article. Okay, so we're looking at the Guardians of the Republic Squadron Pack and the cards that come in that. A lot of it is going to be old news now if you keep up on any of the other sites and different things, and or even if you've read the article. But the first thing to note was the dial for the Aether Sprite. It's pretty flexible, but it reminds me of the TIE Advanced in that it doesn't have any blue hard turns, which kind of cuts down on maneuverability options. Not too much red, and the red that is on there is good. 2 swoops, 4K and a 5K, and it does maintain the 1 hard rather than the 1 straight of the TIE Advanced. So it's going to be pretty flexible, but not all singing, all dancing. I think I'd still rather have a Fang dial or an Interceptor dial. Then we have, I'll just go over Jedi Knight. So this looks to be the baseline one. 2 attack, 3 agility, so your typical agility based ship. 3 hull and 1 shield, and then we have 1 force point. They just say in the article about this purple evade people have been speculating on, and it costs a force to do the purple action. So if you have an evade on a Jedi Knight, you're going to have no force to use. So you can't evade if you use the built-in ship ability of after you fully execute a maneuver, you may spend a force to perform either a boost or a barrel roll. So one of the things to consider with the platform overall is obviously, like I said, it doesn't have the blue turns, but you get double repositioning without stress, which is pretty cool. And yeah, if you've only got 1 force point, you probably won't use the evade that much, but as we're going to see, Obi-Wan Kenobi, 3 force charges, you can quite easily sit yourself at range 3 of someone, evade for a purple, and then still have your 2 force charges to give you 4 dice evades with 4 evade dice with 2 like calculate force charge things and an evade token. So it gets to defender levels of stupidity, especially if this evade didn't cost a force. Obi-Wan being initiative 5, and after a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 spends a focus token, you may spend 1 force charge. If you do, that ship gains 1 focus token. It's pretty cool. I've been thinking about it as quite a really good support ability, but then what else is he going to be supporting? It's good, I think, just on himself, especially at initiative 5, that you can use your focus offensively, then you can use his ability to get a focus token defensively, and then if you force to spend it, you've still got 1 force charge left to do it again, so you can evade, and they say you can't do it that way. And if you do the evade, you can't get the focus as well unless you coordinate from somewhere else. But yeah, pretty cool. I think I really like the ability. It depends on what the rest of the support ships are, which we've not got there yet in the article, so we'll go through. And Plo Koon, at the start of the engagement phase, you may spend 1 force and choose another friendly ship at range 0 to 2. If you do, you may transfer 1 green token to it or transfer 1 orange token from it to yourself. This was pretty interesting for me. The orange tokens you can use If you plan on walking with someone who's been jammed, you can pull the jam off so that they can still take the walk. You can pull a tractor beam token to give yourself an extra barrel roll, even if you've barrel rolled. There's loads of weird, interesting things you can do pulling bad tokens onto yourself, but also, again, another good support ability to push something onto somebody else, give a ship a focus as well as a evade. But Initiative 5 again, only 2 force charges on this one. So I feel like whilst he's going to be pretty good on support, he can't be too cheap because he's an Initiative 5 pilot with a force. So it's going to be interesting seeing what points these guys come in at, because there's 2 really cool Initiative 5 Jedis, both with good support abilities, who both work really well together supporting a 3rd ship. But if you can get Plo, Obi-Wan and Anakin into a list, that could be pretty devastating. Anakin being focus evade with infinite focuses from Obi-Wan almost. I think there's some good options there. Ceci Tin, something like that, mate. CC Tin, I don't know, is 4, Initiative 4. And a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 reveals its dial. You may spend 1 force. If you do, set that dial to another maneuver of the same speed and difficulty. This feels like it's really, really good up until we go back to looking at the dial. So same speed and difficulty. So if I set a 2 swoop, I can only go to the other 2 swoop. If I set a hard, I can only go to the other hard. If I set the straight over bank, I've got a bit of options. So on this dial, it's not necessarily awesome, but it does give you some options. Like probably the 3 banks would be good, the 2 hards are good to just get out. But she's not as awesome as I initially expected her to be. Does work on herself, but again, can be used to support an Anakin if he's going at Initiative 6 and can do some really crazy stuff. Then we have Brilliant Evasion. While defending, if you are not in the attacker's bullseye arc, you may spend 1 force to change 2 of your eyeballs to evade results. So people have been comparing this to a heroic, and I feel like that might be a little bit harsh. With the for Vader, for example, I've been running in without any force powers, and I don't really need the bid as well. I think I've got a 9-point bid at a minute in the list that I'm running, and I could easily, if this is a point, I'd rather have this than hate on Vader, but it's definitely not something that I'm going to be paying. If this is 3 points like hate is, I'm not using it. So hopefully a 1 point maybe. Mace Windu. So in the Polish Spoiled article, it was Initiative 4. In the American one, it's Initiative 5. So this will be interesting to see where it actually sits. We have seen 2 5s and 1 4 already, so I have no idea what initiative he is. But I'm going to stick with 5 for now. After you execute a red maneuver, recover 1 force. So if you can get him kind of low and then bug out with a 5k, recharge 1 from a turn before and an extra 1 for this. So I think Mace is a pretty good like sense carrier, something like that, where you get to spend your force to support the rest of your squad, because you can do your weird and wonderful stuff and still regenerate it. Calibrated laser targeting is one I've been pretty excited for. While you perform a primary attack, if a defender is in your bullseye arc, you may add 1 focus result. So this one is really, really interesting. If you can bullseye people, you're getting an autofocus. You're all Jedi, so you're getting to basically be an offensive powerhouse. It's a config and a mod, so you're giving up quite a lot to take it. So hopefully that's accounted for in its costing. Like 1 or 2 points, I'd probably nail this onto some Jedi Knights. Then we get into I forgot what we call now, V19s. So we have in Initiative 4, we have Kickback. After you perform a barrel roll action, you may perform a red target lock. So it's going to be offensive. I'd expect these guys to have like torpedoes or missiles or something. It seems okay. They're similar to TIE Strikers with an extra health, but the lack of attack dice, if they don't have any ordnance for offense, I feel like they could struggle unless there's like something else we're missing. Oddball Initiative 5. After you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, if there is an enemy in your bullseye, you may acquire a lock on that ship. So you can barrel roll evade into target lock as well. It was pretty cool for oddball. I do actually kind of like that, especially because barrel roll helps you line up that bullseye arc. Initiative 5, so most of your people are going to be positioned. Yeah, I do like it. Again, it's really going to depend on if it has anything that can boost this to attack. Swoop, Initiative 3. After a friendly ship, small or medium ship, fully executes a speed 3 or 4 maneuver, if it is at range 0 to 1, it may perform a red boost action. Feels a little bit forced for that ability, so it better come in relatively cheap. And remember, you're doing this after a friendly small or medium ship fully executes a maneuver. It's red, and yeah, I'm not a fan of swoop, to be honest, unless there's something obvious I'm missing. Axe. After you defend or perform an attack, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 in your side arc, so your left arc or your right arc. If you do, transfer 1 green token to that ship. Oh yeah, you can focus and pass. So how was Obi-Wan worded? I think it was spend. Where are we? Oh, yeah, so you got to spend it. So Obi-Wan wouldn't give Axe a focus after he passes it. Sad times. But again, it lets you stack tokens on a single ship, so it was pretty powerful. Can be like a quasi-coordinate carrier. Again, this one will depend on the point. I prefer Axe to swoop at the Initiative 3s. Tucker at Initiative 2. After a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack against an enemy ship in your front arc, you may perform a focus action. So more ways to double stack offensive mods. And then the Blue Squadron Protector is the baseline one, Initiative 3. Yeah, not really much else to say. And then Gold Squadron Trooper, so it does show it firing a lot of missiles or torpedoes. So yeah, I'm expecting there to be some form of ordnance from this. That's all the pictures. Let's go down in the dial for it. So it does have the hard ones, but they're red. All of the 2s, no 2 banks for blue. We're a little bit slower. That dial's good actually, I like that. 3 banks being red hurts, but it's not the worst. Yeah, what else? No, I think that pretty much summarizes it. So it feels like a pretty interesting squadron pack. Definitely, I would only pick up one of these rather than for the droid when I feel like picking up 2 is going to be a decent option. I don't know. It's all on the V19s. If I'm going to run 4 of them, you're going to probably buy 2, but I don't know. I think that's the only way to get that ship at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. I'm more in it for Jedi at the moment. We don't know what any of the arcs really do yet, but it feels like it should be an interesting pack and decent value. So yeah, let me know what you're all thinking. If you've got any ideas for what combos you want to run, and obviously if you think there's anything I've missed, if you enjoy the video, make sure you like or subscribe, or like and subscribe I should say. And yeah, thanks a lot everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.